If you want to join one of the best credit unions in America, then this is going to be a great video for you. Today, we're going to be talking about Pentagon Federal Credit Union. This is the second largest credit union in the United States, and this is going to be PenFed Credit Union, everything you need to know. So this was a video that was requested in the comments. After doing several videos about Navy Federal, I thought it'd only be right to do one about PenFed as well. Now they have over 35 billion in assets. I think 24 million actual clientele. It is a very large institution that really does not get spoken about as much as someone like Navy Federal, but it would be the next biggest credit union up. So first, how to become a member. So PenFed, it's open to everyone. Anyone can become a member, including you. You don't have to have any military affiliation. In the past, though, PenFed, they would do a hard pull from Equifax when you apply for a membership. Now, with PenFed, the only thing that you need to do is open up a savings account with them and deposit $5. So that is the only thing that you need. You do need to also have your personal information. Just make sure that it's all up to date. Driver's license is correct. Everything matches, just so that there's no discrepancy there and they can't verify your identity. PenFed has two checking accounts. There's the free one, which in this case, I recommend. It's no monthly fees, no minimum balance. It is only $25 that you need to actually open the account. But other than that, it's no monthly maintenance fees, and you never have to worry about maintaining a certain balance. The other account is Access America. So this is for those with a higher balance. And if you want to actually get a couple of benefits for leaving your money with PenFed, you can earn up to 4 times the national average on your funds when you do the direct deposit, and you can easily waive the $10 monthly maintenance fee with your balance. We're going to go on to the website and take a look at some more details about both of these accounts. Now, here are the details about the free account. Again, it's no monthly maintenance fees. You don't have to pay access to, to pay an access fee to get your own money, which most of us would hate. You can open this up at $25. You get fee-free ATM network, so you can enjoy over 85,000 fee-free ATMs nationwide. Access all point and co-op ATMs located in many known retailers. Now, if you are out of the network, there is a fee that you have to pay. Unlike Navy Federal, PenFed does not reimburse you for these fees. So you definitely do want to make sure that you're using one of their fee-free ATMs or one of the ones that are in their partner network. 24/7 digital banking. Check your balance, view your transactions online. You can also get paid early. So if you set up direct deposit, you can get your paycheck up to 2 days early. And that's one of also the benefits that you won't see with some of the other credit unions. So one additional advantage that you get when you have the checking account is the PenFed Honors Advantage. So you earn additional cash back when you have their PenFed Power Cash Rewards Visa Signature Card. So highly recommend that you get the checking account as well as the savings that's required. Now let's talk about the savings accounts. There's going to be a few different types, but I want to talk about all the advantages and disadvantages of each of the savings accounts that PenFed offers. So the three that we're going to talk about is the regular savings, the money market certificates, and then we're going to talk about the premium online savings, and then I will give you my critique on each. Let's start with the regular savings first. So for the regular savings, you can earn 0.05% APY. Not the highest. It's pretty standard for what you would get with most banks or other credit unions. It's easy to transfer funds. And you do need to have this account at the very least to establish your membership with PenFed. So at the very least, it is a requirement. Also has the nationwide access to the 85,000 ATMs. And of course, you can earn a little bit of interest, 0.05% right now. Again, that's pretty standard to what we get with all other institutions, but this is something that is required to become a member. So it's the bare minimum that you would need if you want to actually open this account. So next, we're going to talk about the money market certificates. This is not exactly the best product that I would say that you can get with PenFed. You get 4% APY for 2 years. It does lock you into that. And while the 4% is okay, it's decent, there are high yield savings accounts that you can get right now that can go, as high as almost 6% in combination with some other products and tools. So you're not really going to get the highest amount, and you are locked in for 2 years. With some of the high yield savings that they have, you're not locked into anything. You can withdraw, take money out as much as you want to. And with this one, $1,000 is the minimum amount to actually open it, and you will be imposed for early withdrawals. So if you do withdraw, it'll reduce the actual earnings that you had been getting with this particular certificate. So, I mean, unless you just really want to keep all the money in one place and you don't mind it being locked in for a certain amount of time, and these are all the different terms: 6 months, 1 year, 15 months, 18 months, 2 years. And as you can see, after 2 years, the APY starts to actually go down, and then your money will be locked in at that rate. So again, there are some other tools that are better than this, but it is an option. Now, this one is my favorite as far as savings accounts that are offered with PenFed. You can earn 3% APY with premium online savings. And while the 3%, yes, isn't the same as the high yield savings, this pretty much beats out Navy Federal. So just for leaving your money and sitting it in there, definitely would recommend it. It's 6 times the national average. And on this one, there is no monthly maintenance fee. So there really is no reason for you to get the standard one. Why would you earn 0.05% when you can earn 3% with this account, and you can move your money around as much as you want to? Unlike the certificate, there's no penalty. So overall, I would highly recommend having this savings. As you can see with Navy Federal here, it's 0.25%. Here's USAA, Bank of America, and Wells Fargo. So again, PenFed, 6 times the national average that you're going to get with everyone else. And they even have this calculator here where if you were to deposit $25,000 for 3 years, they're going to show you that you would earn $2,351 just by leaving your money with them. And Navy Federal, it will only be $188. That is a very huge, significant difference. I mean, you're going to make thousands just for leaving your money in a regular savings account. This is probably one of the biggest advantages I would say that you can get with PenFed, and then we're going to get into some even bigger advantages after this. Now, let's talk about the PenFed credit cards. So you can pre-qualify for all PenFed credit cards with no impact to your credit score. But you do want to note that pre-qualifying does not mean that you're approved. So you can still be declined. You just want to bear that in mind. There are 4 credit cards in total. 3 out of the 4 have no annual fee. And for the Pathfinder, which is kind of, I would say, PenFed's take on the flagship credit card, the annual fee can be waived. So really, if you look at it from that perspective, none of their cards have annual fees. They have great balance transfer offers. It's competitive rates. This is a hard pull from Equifax. And on PenFed's website, it states they require good to excellent credit for approval, but there have been many documented approvals from individuals with lower scores in the 500s and 600s, including those that have had bankruptcy. And I would say if you do have a bankruptcy, I would wait at least 6 months to a year before applying for any of their products, just to make sure that you can build a relationship before you try to go for anything with that type of derogatory mark on your credit. Now, we're going to take a look at each one of these credit cards and go over some of the benefits. First card we're going to start with is going to be the Platinum Rewards card. So you earn points on everyday purchases. You can get 5x on fuel and EV charging, 3x at supermarkets and restaurants. Now, keep in mind, this is 3x points, and the breakdown of the points is not the same as a percentage. So you're not going to be able to redeem them for, like, let's say X amount of points equals X amount of dollars. It does change. But this is the best card for your everyday spending. You can also get bonus points when you spend $1,500 in the first 90 days. You can get 15,000. You get 5x on gas purchases paid at pumps and at EV charging stations. I Don't know of any other card that you could get with a credit union that has cash back on EV. So that's pretty cool. 3x points at supermarkets, including most Targets and Walmart locations, and then 1x on everything else. So definitely one that you can use for just about everything. There are no rotating categories. There's no caps on spend, which definitely is one of the best things. Some of the other notable banks do have caps. So you can spend as much as you need to and earn as much as you would like. There's also cell phone protection, no foreign transaction fees. There's some exclusive offers and details that you can check out. Travel, accident coverage, and complimentary concierge service. This is all included with this card. And they even give you a breakdown at how much you can get for spending 5x points. If it was $500 per month, it's going to show you how many points that you could get and then what it can get you. So definitely check that out. If any of those things seem like something that you're doing on the regular, this may be the card for you. The next card that we're looking at is the Power Cash Rewards, cash back on everyday purchases. Now this is unlimited rewards as well, with no caps and no categories to track. I always like that. I don't like to have to keep track of categories. If as simple as possible is the best way that I like it. Now, this one is not points. It is 2% cash back on all purchases. 2% has become pretty much the standard for a lot of rewards cards. So it's nice to see that you can get that. 2% on all purchases for Honors Advantage members. So basically, as long as you have the checking account, you're going to get 2%. So for all intents and purposes, let's just say it's 2%. And that was what we were looking at earlier, but it's 1.5% if you are not an Honors Advantage member, but of course you would be. There's a bonus offer of $100 as a statement credit when you spend $1,500 in the first 90 days. And the other benefit of this card, it is 0% APR for 12 months. And that is amazing. I mean, that is really good, especially for a personal credit card. And the same thing, no expiration date, though. That is something to actually note. And no rotating categories. You receive the same perks as the previous card. And you can also see here cash back if you were to spend, $3,000 a month. That's $60 or $720. You could get back a year for your regular spend. Definitely a great card. The next card we're looking at is the Pathfinder Rewards. So with this card, this will be their equivalent of the Navy Federal Flagship. You receive 4x points on travel and 1.5x on everything else, plus 50K points if you spend $3,000 in the first 90 days. The annual fee is $95, but the annual fee can be waived as long as you are a PenFed Honors Advantage member. And let's just take a look at that really quick. So then right there, enjoy your perks for Honors Advantage member, 4x points on all travel with no annual fee for this card. And again, how to qualify. To be eligible to participate and become a PenFed Honors Advantage member, all you have to do is maintain a qualified checking account. It's that easy with the Access America or the free checking. So pretty much as long as you open an account, you're able to get these additional services. As long as you're actually opening that and using it. And of course you have to have the savings. So pretty much they make it to where you really have to have a checking and a savings account with them, savings to become a member, and then to receive these additional benefits on the credit cards, you need to have the checking. So it's kind of a no-brainer. Now for this card, 4x on points, 1.5 on all other purchases, and this is 4x on travel categories, 1.5 on all other, the 50K bonus offer, and you get a $200 statement credit, max 100 for purchases of global entry or TSA pre-check up to $100. And that's pretty standard with most travel cards that I'm seeing now. Being able to redeem this for TSA pre-check, global entry, things like clear, seems to be a running theme. No rotating categories, no caps. Now the points for this one, they expire after 5 years. That is something to keep in mind. Now you do get bypass airport lines. And that's, of course, when you do the TSA pre-check, you have to do that every 4 years. You receive an airline credit. You get the priority pass for the lounges, no foreign transaction fees. There's the auto rental and collision damage waiver. Definitely want that. The trip delay reimbursement. And then same thing, the complimentary concierge service and access to luxury hotel and collection. So this card really is geared towards everything travel. If you are traveling and you become a member of PenFed, this is definitely the card that I would recommend for you. The last card we're looking at is going to be the PenFed Gold. No annual fee, 0% introductory on balance transfers for up to 15 months. And there is a 3% fee, which applies to each transaction. That's pretty standard with every other institution. You will have a fee for the balance transfer. And then you also have your cell phone protection, which is included with all the other ones as well. And the other perks, pretty much all the same. Now, I want to talk about some of the features on the PenFed credit cards, which I think make them phenomenal. So PenFed credit cards can be used like a personal line of credit. This is something that you won't get with a lot of not just credit unions, but banks. So for example, if you have $10,000 or more on your credit line with PenFed, you can pull 100% of that credit limit. Most credit cards only give you 20%. Some even 20% to 50%. So to be able to pull out 100% is a very unique feature. Now, what makes this even greater, they don't charge cash advance fees. There are no cash advance fees for you taking this money out. Now, note, you will be subjected to your APR rate, and taking 100% of your limit can affect your utilization negatively. If you have that taken out from your credit card and it reports, it will drop your score dramatically. So you always want to keep that in mind. But I mean, nonetheless, this is a great feature that you won't see on really any other credit union. Let's talk about the credit limits on the PenFed cards. So the max limit that you could have is $50,000. You can have $25,000 per card. So basically, if you have 2 PenFed cards, the most that you can get is $25,000 each for a total of $50,000 that you can get from PenFed. You should wait 6 months before requesting a credit line increase. There is a hard inquiry from Equifax. Typically when you request a credit limit increase. However, one of the good things is that you can ask them to double your limit. That's not something that's abnormal with this particular credit union. So you can ask them for, if you have a $12,500 limit, you could ask them for double that and you can have $25,000, really getting you to that point a lot faster. The only thing that I would recommend is if you are doing this, you do want to have other credit limits from other banks with very, very high limits. Usually they will give you what they see you can handle. This is going to be the same for auto loans, personal loans. What it looks like you can handle is what they will give you. So just bear that in mind when you're doing these limit increases and you're also applying for any other product. All right, the last thing that we're going to discuss are the loans with PenFed. There are auto loans, personal loans, mortgage loans, HELOC loans, etc. There's a lot, but for today, let's just mainly focus on auto loans and personal. So I did a video on PenFed a few months ago, and I talked about trying to get an auto loan for a vehicle if you have bad credit. One of the places that I recommended was PenFed because they have some of the lowest rates. 4.74% APR is the current rate that you will get today. The other great thing is you can actually finance up to 125% of the vehicle. So if you had, for example, like a refinance or some negative equity on the back end, this can potentially cover that for up to 125%. Now, the loan amounts can go up to $150,000. The pre-approval only takes a few minutes and it does not affect your credit score to see if you're approved. I think that when it comes to auto loans for PenFed, I believe this is the best place that you, not just bank, not just credit union, this is the best place that you could go for an auto loan. If I had to recommend a place, definitely this would be it. And if you take a look at the different terms, for 36 months, you're looking at 4.74%. For 84 months, which would just be on the opposite end of the spectrum, 6.79%. And that's on new cars, which would be 2023 or newer. You also can have used cars, but interest rates are going to be 6.49%. And, you know, I would recommend, if you're looking at maybe one where you don't want to have to do like the longest term, but get a decent rate, new cars at 4.99% for 60 months is pretty good. Now, PenFed also has personal loans. Rates are as low as 8.99% APR at this time. This could change, always check. And flexible loans up to $50K, terms up to 60 months. And unlike Navy Federal, for this one, you can check your rate and it won't affect your credit score. And this could be used for debt consolidation, credit card consolidation, home improvements. There are also some additional usages, but this is a very, very good loan, and there's no fees or penalties if you want to pay it off early. And as far as the APR and the loan amount and being able to have this up to 5 years, I would say this is comparable, if not better, than the Navy Federal one, if you think of there's no impact to your credit score to just check what your rates will actually be. And you're funded as soon as next day. Navy Federal is usually within like minutes, or at least up to 24 hours. But other than that, definitely comparable. And depending on how you're looking at it, just being able to check those rates, potentially it could be better. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is everything that you need to know about PenFed. If you would like to get more details about any particular topic that we went over, please let me know in the comments so I can make that for you. If you do have this credit union, drop a comment. Let us know how long you've been a member. And if you do have, like, let's say, any new memberships with PenFed, let us know your experience, how that went, how it's going, any other, comments or any concerns or any benefits, anything that I missed on the video that you want to make note of, please drop it in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and you guys have a great day.